Hello, Kenneth is in this kitchen. Guys, today I just want to make a simple one. Just coated peanuts, nothing much, just coated peanuts. And making this was quite easy and simple if you're used to baking or how to mix, uh, you know, flour and some other things to bake or to do some other, create some other recipe. In this case, I chose some unconventional method to make the coated peanuts. Not so unconventional, I would say, but this is raw granite, of course. And I'm just going to add some water right now, and this is hot water actually, and sprinkle in some salt and allow to soak for a few minutes. I think I left it for about 3 5 minutes, and this is raw granite, I would say. And what I did, why I left it for that long, was just to give it some time to soak into the salt before I put it. I moved it, I saved it and then moved it to this tray to dry quickly before I even start making the coated peanuts. So right now, what I'm doing is to check if it's completely dried, and it is. It takes some time, maybe sometimes an hour, 2 hours or more, depending on the ventilation of the plates. Otherwise, it does take some time to dry. But right now, I'm getting ready to start coating the peanuts with my 3 eggs, which I'm going to break. And when I say I'm going to use some unconventional method, typically you can use water or you can use egg at the same time if you want to coat the peanut, and also use sugar. In this case, I'm not using the conventional sugar we know, but I chose to use coconut sugar. Coconut sugar, and it's brown, it's pure brown, not like the white sugar we know. I added some vanilla just to see if I can give it some more flavor. Again, you can see the color of the whip. I would say, see the color. This shouldn't have been the color. It should have been close to something like yellow because of the yolk from the egg. But because I chose to use coconut sugar, made from pure coconut, raw coconut, then the color had changed. Now I've set that aside. I'm going to mix the main coating formula now. I've got my all-purpose flour, and I added dried ginger even before adding my salt. This is quite typically, people will add milk and not add ginger, but I don't need milk in this. I just needed to add some ginger to have some, some flavor, good flavor in the flour or in the coated peanut eventually when I fry it. Now I am beginning the process of coating, if not finishing the process of coating actually. I needed to coat all the granite, all the raw nuts. Typically, you add some of that egg mix. You turn it just to make sure the egg mix very well with granite, and then you put in some egg. You keep doing that until you get the texture you want when it comes to coating. Some people like their coating very thick. Some people like their coating very, very light. But I prefer it a little bit in between, moderately, not so thick, not so light, because I want to have that crunchy taste or that crunchy noise when I'm eating the peanuts. And I think by this time I've actually done it up to 4 or 5 times, I think, and I've got that texture I want for coating. So I think this should be the last one I was doing. Remember also, when you're coating the peanuts, sometimes some of them might mix or gum together. Just use your hand to break it, and that's okay. So I am done with my coating. The next I'm gonna do now, guys, is to move the coated peanut, still raw, not fried yet, move it to my stove to start frying. It's quite interesting and to know how easy this is to make if only you have some time to do it. And now I have my oil in my frying pan. Guys, to make coated peanut, you need deep frying, not shallow frying. Enough oil has to be in the pot, and you need moderate heat. Please don't use high heat to fry coated peanuts. It won't help you if you use high heat. It will just get brown quickly. and will not come out nice eventually. So I've been, frying since, and the good thing about when it comes to coated peanut is please and please and please, whenever you're frying, make sure you continue to stir, continue to turn it and turn it. When it's close to golden brown, you can then bring it out or scoop it like I'm doing right now. Eventually, remember it's still very hot, so it's still going to continue cooking or frying for just a few minutes. By the time it's done, you will get that texture, that color you really want for your coated peanuts. And that was exactly what I did for about 3 or 4 times that I fried, because I made enough peanut. I made enough coated peanut, not just a very small size. I wanted to store it very well and be taking it to work. So I fried about 3 or 4 times. I can't remember exactly, but as you guys can see, the color of the peanut I fried was very consistent. I was looking for a particular color while doing it, and that was what I got. By the time it's dried, like as you guys can see now, like not really dry, but no longer hot but warm, it gets very crunchy, it gets very tasty, and then you just love the taste by the time it enters it, you put it in your mouth. Because the granite, also remember, the granite is not fried. Another option you have when making coated peanuts is to use fried granite. In this case, I did not use fried granite, and this came out so well. I really loved it, and it was just the best I could have asked for. Look at how beautiful it's looking. Very colorful, very tasty. And just to show you guys here, because eventually I packed it, what I'm doing right now is just to show you guys more closely what it looked like by the time I finished making the coated peanut. Can you imagine the simple steps I took to make this? Just your all-purpose flour, your pinch of salt, your whatever you like you add, but all-purpose flour. If you like, add milk. If you like, add ginger. You're good to go. And in place of egg, you can use water, but add your sugar to mix very well. You can add vanilla if you want, but this was what my coated peanut looks like, and I loved it. I hope you guys love it too. Bye.